price. NCCU, everything nice. Go do a course, go take a trip. Beyond the mortgage, 246. You take the mortgage already. To make your pocket go empty. Beyond the mortgage, NCCU will keep you steady. You need to buy a new fridge. You want to purchase a city. Get rid of medical bills and invest in the green energy. Beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage. Everything nice. Beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage. NCCU for life. 246, yes, 246. Wow, 246.
Beyond the mortgage, 2% savings, 4% retirement solutions, loans available at 6%, and our special BTM line of credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
I love the Kalinago territory, I love the Kalinago people, and I really embrace my culture.
How the hell do we expect to survive as a communal society in a capitalist system?
We need to teach that history that have not been taught.
Your community financial partner brings to you Beyond the Mortgage.
Affordable rates, affordable price. NCCU, everything nice. Go do a course, go take a trip. Beyond the mortgage, 246. You take the mortgage already. To make your pocket go empty. Beyond the mortgage, NCCU will keep you steady. You need to buy a new fridge. You want to purchase a city. Get rid of medical bills and invest in the green energy. Beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage. Everything nice. Beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage. NCCU for life. 246, yes, 246. Wow, 246.
Beyond the mortgage, 2% savings, 4% retirement solutions, loans available at 6%, and our special BTM line of credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Give back the body.
Yes, my people. Yes. Are you ready to bounce into? That's all we're playing. That is all we're playing because I want you guys to go over and follow the video and like. That's all you're gonna get tonight. Welcome to the show. Welcome one and all. Good evening. Good evening. Where are my people at? Where are my people at? Where are my people? Good evening. Welcome aboard. It's so good to have you guys for the fourth time this week. What a busy week it's been. What a busy week it has been. And we're ready to bounce into the final interview for the week. I want you guys to share the live as soon as you get on. Share the live. We got Supalyne who's gonna be bouncing up on here and speaking to us. I'm excited to talk to him. He's somebody that I've grown to know a little bit about over the last little while, and I'm excited to share with you guys a little bit of his story, a little bit there, because we can never give you everything, right? It's always just a little bit. He said something to me, and I want to pull it up. I want to pull up what he said to me earlier in the week. He says to me, "Don't forget to hit me hard and make it interesting." I don't know, like it's not me, it's you. Good evening, guys. Good evening, present. Yes, present means the bell has rung and class has begun. Hi, Tara. Present. Good. Thank you very much for sharing the live. Hi, Vanessa Bruno. I see you. Good evening. Welcome. It's good to have you guys on the show here this evening. See lots of folks coming on. Guys, share the live and to follow, subscribe. I want to say special thank you very much to my sponsors. I want to say thank you very much to the National Cooperative Credit Union for coming on board in a huge way and supporting me on this platform. I want to say thank you to them, for always entrusting me, since the beginning. I tell you, since I launched Black Island Girl Multimedia, the NCCU has been a part of this journey, and I truly appreciate them. Big up to Shari and Monique and the rest of the gang at NCCU. Don't forget, NCCU is having a promotion that runs until the 28th of February, where you can win when you purchase shares, and all you got to do is purchase 2 or more shares and enter into a draw, and you get a chance to win a grand prize, which happens in March. If you also refer people to the NCCU, both you and the referee will be entered into a draw. Also want to say thank you very much to Caribe. We love all little Caribe rosé, and we love all little drink, right? And if we're not doing tequila, y'all know how I stay. If I don't do tequila, I'm drinking Caribe. Period. Per full stop. Okay. Somebody say roll call. Yes, who's in the house? Of course, our third sponsor, Astafans, right place, right price. Big up to Astafans. I want to say thank you to them for their support. And thank you to all of you who support me. You can also sponsor the shows. We have a packed schedule coming up in February. I thought this week was packed until I saw the schedule. Big up to my producer, big up to Samaj one time. We have a packed schedule coming up. We got the queens, or the queen contestants on Queen's Quest. That's going to be coming up. We have the Junior Monarch. We have teenage pageant participants. We have DJ MJ coming up. We got DJ 5.0 coming up. We got Mr. Rich coming up. We got the Kalinago Chief coming up. Boy, we got a packed show. We got Jael coming up. We got a lot of folks coming up. So if you'd like to support the show, make sure you can subscribe, you can follow, but you can also contribute to the show. My payment information is above here. So there's my PayPal information, my mobile banking information, and if you want to support me on Patreon, it's right at the top right there. You can support. You You can also support the vibe by getting one of our Black Island Girl t-shirts or our mugs. Or we got mugs. Where are the mugs? We got mugs, we got bucket hats. I'm still waiting for the rest of the stuff to come in to Dominica. But you can order online at blackislander.com/shop. And these are our mugs. These are our mugs. You can get yourself it's a big mug. 15-ounce mug. You can also get 11 ounces one. You can order them and have it shipped to your box and get straight to you to Dominica. So guys, we are getting the show on the road. I hope everybody else is get my show on the road. Good evening. Hi, Charlene ATN. Oh, Sherilyn. Sherilyn, good evening to you. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. We got about 50 people on the live. Let's get this show on the road. I want to say thank you very much to all those of you who've been sharing. Listen, sharing the vibe. Those of you who've been supporting, I truly appreciate every single one of you. And, those of you on Facebook, on Black Island Girl, those of you on Jael Joseph, or if you're on my page, good evening to you. I want to also say good evening to the folks who are on LinkedIn as well as YouTube. Welcome aboard. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this. It's a party. It's the last show of the week. So for us, it's a party. It's a party over here. All right. We're gonna get Supalyne to come through in just a little bit. I'm so happy to have him on the show. Like I said to you guys, he's somebody that I've gotten to know over the last little while. I don't know if I want to disclose how I know Supalyne. Supalyne, I should disclose how I know you. I should disclose. Put a thumbs up, or you say I should disclose. Like this. So I met Supalyne through Dilo. I don't know if you guys know Dilo from Glow Show Multimedia. I've known Dilo for quite some time, and I met Supalyne through Glow Show. He introduced us, and he felt that because I like to align with people that have a lot of hustle and people that have a lot of drive and people that's serious about their business. And one of the things that I quickly learned, so Supalyne is an artist who if you don't know him, he's been releasing dancehall music. He's a dancehall artist in Dominica. He's from 767, but he's definitely he set himself apart from majority of other artists who call themselves artists. Forget about dancehall, bouillon, but he's definitely sets himself apart. I love the guy's work ethic. I love the guy's drive. He's serious to almost. He's so serious. It's almost sometimes a little scary. You know how serious he can be. But he's somebody that I saw. Like, I remember when, I started building this platform, like, I really wanted to get to a point where I had, enough followers, like I could have like a 1,000 people on a live, at a time. And I mean, we've reached that point already where we've had 1,000 people at a time on a live. It's just about sometimes the guests. But this guy he's so determined to make it. Like, I am so utterly, absolutely impressed with his drive, with how much he perseveres, and how he's trying to be so positive sometimes, in these hard economic times, and really push himself out there. Like, Supalyne and I have stayed up until like 1-2 o'clock in the morning, like organizing his shit for the launch of his music and all of these things. And I just really have a lot of nothing but respect for him and his drive. And I want us, Dominicans, to show the same respect for people like him. When you see they come out and he coming out hard, and he's been coming out hard. He launched another song, I'll Be All Right, January 1st. He did Bongs towards the late last year, and he's been doing his thing, but he's been doing music for quite some time. We're gonna get to know a little bit about Supalyne is. I don't want to waste no more time. I want to bring him on because it's not my show, it's his show. And I want to welcome him to run the track and talk for the very first time. Make some noise, show some love, drop some bombs. Drop some bombs on the live. Drop some bombs for super. You know what you could drop? Drop the skeleton face. Drop the skeleton. Drop the skeleton face. You know the one that it's the dead face. Just drop that for Supalyne one time on the live as we welcome him for the very first time to the show. Hi, Supalyne.
Hey Jay,
How
thanks
are
for
you?
having me on, you know. Thanks for having me on the show, man. Yeah, man.
Of course, of course, of course. You're looking bright and ting and ting.
Yeah, yeah, man. You know, holding out the meds and everything.
You fix your teeth, man.
Yeah, man.
You fix the teeth. I don't never notice you fix the teeth. Oh
Yeah,
my God, Mercy. Wait, why you not telling me you fix your teeth, my brother?
I couldn't stay ugly all the time. I keep myself correct.
I just said, but wait. That's feeling like the old smile. None of the,
Nah, man.
that's an old smile has been done.
Yeah,
You know again. Yes. You fix the teeth.
yeah, man.
Oh, I want to know how you lose that, how you break that teeth.
Yeah, motorbike race, scooter.
I never ever asked. I just remember when you said shared some photos with me once. I was like, wait a minute, you looking different
Yeah.
in the photo. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you on. We already started for kicks with your teeth and it looking nice. Come closer, let me see. Come closer, really closer. Let's see.
Yeah, man. We are here, man.
Ladies, you have nice teeth, ladies. Yes, you have nice teeth. A handsome man. We ready for Supalyne in the house. Supalyne, I want to get to know a little bit more about you. And I feel like, although I kind of sort of know from a bio perspective, when you're looking at somebody's bio, especially a musician or an artist, it tends to be very like vague and very, it's not really giving everything that it needs to give. So we really want to get to know a little bit about you, who you are, and we want to, especially who you are as a musician, as an artist. So this is what Run the Track and Talk is all about. It's all about exploring you as an artist in the art form, your collabs, your history, your background, and that's what we're gonna dive into here this evening. I want to first of all start with you sharing with me a little bit about where you from? Where you from? Where you come out?
That tricky because the thing is, I born in Fokole, right?
Mhm.
But when I was like maybe two, my mother sent me and meet my auntie in Margaret. And I only used to come down to Fokole like on holidays basically. So I basically raised Margaret, you know. I only come back to Fokole after I finish high school. So it's like I from both places, you know.
But that's far away to be from Fokole and to be from Marigot.
And yeah, it's like I have dual citizenship, you know.
Because I mean Marigot on its own. Let me tell you something. I want to big up all of the folks who's on the live from Marigot.
Yeah,
Listen,
man. Big up all the fans and them, man.
I
Keep
used to
you
party in
there.
Marigot hard. When I used to party, and partying like I used to party. When I used to party, that's like pre-Maria.
Yeah.
I used to spend a lot of time in Marigot. Like I literally used to just go down Marigot, drive down Marigot, go by Sedona,
Yeah.
and pull up, and the vibe used to be, so hype in Marigot, like on a
Man,
different.
vibes, man. I just feel like it's Roseau, Granby, Marigot, Portsmouth. Like that is the main. Like if there had to be like tongues or something like that is places for that, you know.
Margot's on a different. When dancehall would come on, I hosted actually one of my competitions when I did the Champion Mix King, where Selector Urban came from. So Selector Urban is the OG of Champion Mix King. When
Yeah.
I did that DJ competition, one of the legs of the competition was in Margot. And I remember that night, like people wild out in the place. And like I was just so blown away. I was like, well, how these people have so much energy and so much, but it's so different. It's not your
On
energy,
the
it's a dancehall energy.
Margot, Margot, Wesley, Woodford, till that whole side there is like, yeah, different vibe, I tell you.
Wow, what was it like growing up in Margaret?
Well, yes, I thought I was a Jack.
What is a count? What is a count? Because we have all kinds of people on the line. We
This
have
we were trying, man. This we were trying, always living, always in the river, always up to something, you know. That is the car. All everywhere. You're dragging everywhere.
you used to drag everywhere.
All about the place. Yeah, man.
You went to school in Margaret, or like where exactly did you go to school?
Northeast Comprehensive. So that's London there, Wesley.
So if I had to pull up one of your partners from Northeast Comprehensive and ask them, what was Supalyne like in school, what would they say?
Yeah, maybe troublesome. Yeah, maybe troublesome. Yeah, man.
You're a troublesome fella.
I was troublesome. Yes.
Define troublesome. What would be something that you would do that would consider you troublesome? Give me an example of something that you did or you would have done that would have labeled you a troublesome person.
Fighting, misuse of equipment in the lab and thing, eating in class, ducking class, smoking weed in the bathroom during school hours, different kind of thing, man. I could trouble something.
Wow, you are a renegade. That's beyond troublesome.
Grow rough,
What was
sometimes
what was it
there's
like? What was life like for you? Like like what would you say were probably the moments that you remember most in terms of growing up as a young man? Like how, because some people say, oh, I grew up poor, I grew up rich, or I grew up privileged, I was never without. If you had to ask somebody, like what would they tell you life? What would you say life was like?
for a while it was good, because for a while I used to stay with my auntie, and then when I moved to stay with my mother, that is when it kind of get, on the rough side. Yeah, so
So
I grew up privileged,
moving from Margaret to Foncole is what really changed for you.
Yeah, I think that's when I really even started doing the music. Like when I was married, I just play with it a little bit, double with it a little bit. But it's when I moved to town, I actually started to go studio and all of that,
Right. Tell me a little bit about the studio time and go like what got you into music. Why did you decide that that was something that you wanted to get into?
I would say my uncle, I probably wasn't even too serious about it because when I come to Brooklyn, I'm glad I like the studio by him, And it's
Mhm.
there. From them you go kind of the whole day recording, playing in the DAW, trying to do something for myself, making all kind of wacky songs, Yeah.
Mhm.
And one of them time he tell me, boy, you're getting good, I have a partner of mine, I was doing good and I'm thinking, check, right there, but I want and he linked me up with, I don't know if you know Beyond Davis. That's
I
Bobo.
know that name. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the first studio, like, actually go on record,
Yes.
Yeah, first studio actually go on record, and I link up. You should know Vader Tunes Live.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, man. So I do a lot of early stuff with Vader too, and is meeting this different type of people, and I guess just the raw talent they see I had, like they just keep telling me to, do that. I'm continue doing it, try and find, like Vader will tell me, I can mix the music the way I think it should be, So he make me link up even better producer than him. So the
Mhm.
music can start to sound better, and all of that. So I would say it wasn't something I was really serious about. It's actually people that kind of put me on that path. The person that actually have me doing dance or music is Dilo,
Mm.
I used to write for artists before dancehall music, and I would do like I would do what do you call it? Like when you record a version of the track to give to the artist. So I would record a version of it, how you should sing the lyrics, and they
Mhm.
don't think, oh, you singing the dancehall so well. Why don't you do dancehall? You must do some dancehall, You give me some beats and I look up some songs and so I start to. So all that time I was doing booyah, but I was working on the dancehall in the background because I was, like I was say, writing for the artists.
Were you torn between bouyon and dancehall at any given time?
Mm-mm. No. The thing with the music, I was thinking those early days is like I wasn't exactly sure where, you know, what my path was, what genre I would want to do. So I was in hip hop at first because I used to listen to a lot of hip hop music, a lot of R&B too. Is there I believe the singing from there. You listen to a lot of R&B, and eventually I start doing the buyo as a jest because it's not a time when it had a whole talk going around on Facebook, though, man. I was saying, the partner like it, and he just, yeah, I can't say bad things on the show.
Not too much. We have sponsors, we have sponsors. Don't say
Yeah. Oh, oh, I saw my screen go down. Sorry.
no, no, you there.
Right. So anyway, it had that whole talk going around. The woman was saying is she that grow the man thing. I don't know if I remember that. I don't know about
Yes.
it. So we make a whole song on that on the flute rhythm. Me and my partner, it was just a joke thing. He was
Uh-huh.
doing his duo, he come by me and thing, and with his rhythm and thing. And he just start to give mix. And nigga, I can write. So organizing the song for him. Make the time he telling me, I should do that buoy track with him. I didn't have no plans to do buoy. And when we put the video on Facebook, that make close to 500,000 views, I think.
Yes.
I don't know if he still have the video. You check,
Yeah.
but it's yeah.
Oh,
So we re-record that, and it was a good song. Everybody should know that song. Vacuum, that was the name of the song. The
where
first
you
boy
get
was a nasty business.
where you get your like where did you start writing? Like when did you develop that skill? Was that something that you always had like in school, or is
Always,
that something how you
always.
got to writing? Like how did that happen?
I actually think it's cool, because to me like the earliest memory I have of me, like actually writing something because I wanted to, was we had an assignment to do for English A. I did my story, I did some fiction thing and I put it in. And then Miss Robin, that was my English teacher, she told me like I very good and I should continue writing and thing like my story, just like
Have
something
vibes.
to this other children bring, like my own, like it advanced, so I should, it look like I have a talent there. So I said, all right. And I was just doing little things, poetry, that kind of stuff. And eventually I started to write little songs, but not on no beat, just writing it out of my head. Yeah.
Wow.
So
So you write all your songs.
yeah, man. Every single lyric.
I've listened to so many of your music, and let me see if I'm gonna try and pull up some in the background because
Yeah.
gosh, I hope I have them because I have your stuff all over the place on my computer. I probably should have put them all in one place. But I was not going to play your music because I really want people to go and follow you on YouTube and support you because sometimes when we give them too much, they just give people get complacent, right? So I
Yeah.
want people to really go out and listen to your music and get a gist of who you are as an artist. But you started writing, like you've written that, like that you wrote that song. I think it was the no care rhythm is called.
No
You know
care
what?
for the sultan.
Yes, yes. So tell me a little bit about what kind of inspires you to write. Like where exactly you get your inspiration from.
It's really motion. It's really motion because I'll tell you, I cannot, like, for me the song doesn't sound as good, when it's authentic compared to, it doesn't sound as good when it's pretentious than when it's authentic. So I like to draw my lyrics from real feelings. So when I sing in it, I can actually feel, what I singing about. Like I know what I say.
Mm,
So a lot of it coming from struggle, all of us going through life. So I just basically singing about life, and that's why you see I have different type of music. All of it coming from a real place. It's showing that I am human. Like everybody else. Some artists like to come and portray like there is this or there is that or there is whatever. I just say plainly a human. So you listen to that song, you hear one side of me. Listen to another song, you hear a different side of me, and that is just it. You know.
I found that a lot of your songs are very much about personal struggles, especially with depression and grief. How have these, like how are what actually, what experiences did you have that impacted your perspective on even being resilient? Like at the start of the year, you launch I'll Be All Right, which kind of focuses on your faith in God, and then you talk about that you have things like bunks, but you do mention a lot about grief, and depression. Can you share a little bit about that with us? I mean, we don't want to go into too much details, but I know you have had your fair share of struggles. So we'll talk about your challenges in a little bit. But tell us a little bit about where the grief and the depression comes in. Because sometimes, Superline, when we talk, and although it's like in like the wee hours of sometimes late, like after midnight, that's usually when me and you are on, talking, because what our conversations are around business, but in getting to where we're getting to, we're talking, right?
Come on,
And
so,
you've expressed to me, certain low points in your life, like certain points that really reshape how you view life, how you feel, and even your own mental state. Can you share a little bit of that with us? And guys, I am asking him to share with us. I want the people to know, because I don't normally like to get people to share these things, but I feel like you've been very open about it. And I asked you, if you want to talk about it, and you said, yeah, you want to talk about everything. So I'm putting it out there, because people tend to feel like, man have to be strong, man have to be tough, and you can't feel, you know talk to me.
no, but I strong, I'm not really the type of person to talk to people about what I'm going through. So I like to put it on songs instead. Like that is my therapy. That is me talking about it. That is me releasing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. But a lot of things, like I say, we grew up. I think the first thing that probably hit me was maybe when I moved from my auntie to my mother, because imagine from 2 to like 11 years with that person. So it's that person, you barely know it. Like, it's your mother, but, it's that person that feeling like. So
Mhm.
like, I had to leave there and then go by my mother. And my mother was like a downgrade because she wasn't, um, my auntie wasn't rich, but, they were living decently. My mother
Why did you
was,
leave your aunt? Why did you leave by your aunt?
well, my mother had asked for me.
Mm.
She asked for me. So that was the first thing for me. Like, yeah, from that is like life just go downwards there for me. And then my mother was sick all the time, and she had other kids. I is the first, so I steady have to be taking care of them. It's like I get lunch into something I'm not even accustomed. I wasn't even ready for because I wasn't in their life all the time. You know. So she's sick because I was the oldest child, all the weight of taking care of the news coming on me. So all that, is like I do get to really enjoy my teenage years, I would say. Always have to be watching out for somebody. And then eventually she died.
What was it like losing your mom? Because you've spoken about that a lot to me. Like you've really, it sounded like it had a really huge impact on your life.
Yeah, it did, man, because I had a lot of mixed emotions during those times, right? Because like I said, I didn't want to be living if I didn't want to be just suddenly in that, and all that added weight and stress and things I have to do all of a sudden. It was plenty. But then when she died, it's like when I kind of realized I really love that lady. So it's like all the time before that I was taking it for granted and all of that, and I was, being rebellious and all of that. And then when she died, it was like, I don't want to say it was but death.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Tell us, where is your father in this?
I knew my father, but he was never really present in my life, and that was something me and my mother actually had a tiff about. So I don't know, going to live with him for a little while, and I see the reason why, he not, involved and all of that. So up to the like today, I go to for all of that, he's a big man now and thing, but back then it had a little impact on me. especially when you're comparing your life to your other peers' life, You've seen everybody else free up, they can do what they have to do, and it's like you shop that kind of way. It's
Wow.
just no matter how hard you try, you're always behind, and it's not really because of you. It's just because of what you have available to you. Yeah, man.
What would you say is the role? What is the role of your family and even the community in shaping probably your values or even your passion for music? Like,
I have a lot of, I would say I have a lot of friends, right? In a lot of friends in those communities and things. And, you're always vibing with people. And the thing is, I really like respectful and all of that. So even the older people, though, I good with, especially with the older people. I
I
don't
could
know.
tell because you call me Miss Jael for a long time until I tell you, can you drop the miss? Can you please drop the miss? You're making me old. You're edging me. Yeah.
Yeah, but because of my demeanor, and my mindset, is like I have a connection with older people. So even in the comments, you see people from Margaret, from wherever, big in that thing. And there is people I go to school with, people I friend with a long time. I just a chill guy, man, So, and just growing up in your environment, like I said, I can only sing about what I know about. So, just growing up in those places, my experiences in both of those places, shaping who I be as an artist overall. Without
Mhm.
Supalyne and Marigot, no Supalyne, I guarantee that.
Who would you say were your are your biggest like musical inspirations, like growing up or even now, and how have they kind of influenced your song? Because sometimes everybody say, "Oh, I sound like myself," but people influence your sound, and you look at people who've gone before you or who probably even doing it presently, and you say, "Yes, I like that vibe. I like that feel." I like. Who would you say are some of your biggest influences?
My first biggest influence was Chris Brown. Because like, come on, I mean, somebody almost my age doing that, huh? Like, I want to be like that. So Chris Brown was the first for me, and
You like Breezy?
yeah, man. Chris Brown fan, straight up. Yo, man,
Hey,
long time.
that's awesome to know. You're a breezy fan. Mm-hmm.
His
Well,
work ethic, everything. Come on, Chris Brown is just an overall talented guy. The man can dance, the man can sing, the man can do everything. This I can't dance, you check, but at least try and be able to do the rest. But, Kendrick Lamar, big influence there. Um, Alkaline, Chronic Law, you know, Mavado. Like a lot of artists, I feel like most of the music I was exposed to growing up shaped me into the artist I be today. And even right now, I just always try and find my own song. And if you listen to my music, I don't think you can say I sound like this artist or I sound like that artist. I
no,
sound like myself.
you do sound like yourself,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think that's what really sets you apart from a lot of other dancehall artists outside of Jamaica. Because once you come out, once you're out of Jamaica, you if you're coming out with a sound, it has that's going to be influential. It has to be different. It cannot
yeah,
you can't sound like somebody else, right?
yeah,
And you definitely sound different. When you go from singing bongs to singing "I'll Be Alright," it's like, hey, like you almost like you in church. Your voice changes. You have such a great voice. Like for starters, you have a really good voice. So I want to big up Dilo one time for recognizing that you have a great voice and I'm pushing you. When Dino first told me about you, he's like, Jael, if you have to help one man and help Mister, if there's one person, yeah, he didn't even say himself, or he said, if you have to help one man, help Supalyne, because he has hustle, he has drive, and he can sing, and so he really rates you,
yeah.
from the
Thank you,
start.
man. That's
From
my bro. There's some people without them know me. I telling you straight up. People like to say like they do it by themselves. I can tell you I'm not doing it by myself. I have support, man. So big
Mhm.
up everybody that helping me out and things. Just big up yourself too.
Of
Big
course, I
up.
mean
You know.
Small things, small things. You gotta do what you gotta do. You have to play your part, whatever your part is. It's
Yeah,
a movie, and this thing called life is a movie, and
yeah,
you just
really, really.
when your part come. And somebody said to me the other day, Jael, you're the starring in your life. You is the starring in your life, and everybody else should think of themselves as a starring in their life. And he said to me, the starring doesn't die. The starring doesn't die. So you have to keep
You
making
have to
sure
keep going. You have to keep making sure
going.
the movie going on.
Yes, the starring doesn't die, right? And if we treat
Really.
life like the star, if we treat life like the movie and we're the starring, you always gonna keep pushing and pushing hard because you never see the starring that just pull up and wait for man to come and kill them. You know,
Exactly. In a way, man.
the
There's
starring always looking for a way
very
out,
good around them. You know.
right? Right? So respect, much respect to you, for really holding on and really continuing and persevering. What would you say was your first song or a performance that made you really feel like, okay, like I'm an artist, man.
The thing about it is, I doesn't even think about it like that, you know, because for me, I just doing what I like to do. Like I tell, I always like to write and things since my shop in tell me, hey, you good, you know. So it's like it's just I just keep leveling up in that aspect of writing, creating. So in the essence of the word artist, I am an artist. I create an art. With every song, I try to portray something different. So I don't think I just think of myself like that, man. If I have to think about it, mm, it would probably be Bomb in the City. I perform at Potent Bomb in the City. And I feel like that is the first time I'd actually connect with the crowd. Everybody was singing the song and they didn't know the song. The song wasn't even out. That was I'll Be Alright. That was in December that just passed. It was December before that. So that's really long ago that song. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I feel like what? You can do that yourself. Not do.
Wow. We got folks on the live and people are like reaching out, people are shouting you out, people who know you, they want me to talk about your government name. Why you want to know about his government name? His government name not on YouTube. It's Supalyne that's on YouTube. Go and look for Supalyne.
That's
Supalyne is on YouTube. All right. And I want to encourage folks to go and follow him after this live is done. Go subscribe to his channel. Because like he really serious. Like the boy really, really serious. And I'm so, so impressed every single time we connect, every single time we talk. I'm always so impressed by what you have, what you're not just what you're planning to release or what you're thinking of releasing, but your process. I'm impressed at your process, because you always know why you want to release something, when you want to release it, um, who you're releasing it to, you know, how you expect people to feel. You even thinking about the feelings, how people are gonna feel when they hear it. Like, so your process is very, very it's very special. The way you think about things. um what would you say are some of the challenges that you face? I know that you obviously have your own personal challenges, but just breaking into the music industry, what sort of challenges you see that you face, and how you feel like you're overcoming them, or are you overcoming them, or are they overcoming you? What sort of challenges are you facing?
I overcoming them and every day I try and find new ways to overcome them. I think maybe one of the biggest challenges is having a good team, because I can't do everything myself. I need somebody to record, I need somebody to shoot a video, I need people to help me with ideas because I cannot think of everything myself. And a lot of times not a lot of times, for me, all of the time when I work with people that it's not like anybody else, people up to par with your speed and your skill set and the way you think. The moment you get those right people, it's like everything rolling so smoothly. Take Bongs, for example. Bongs is a group project. I know it's super like Bongs, but trust me, I have a lot behind that project. And that is the reason why it is the way it is. Yeah, that is something that is one of the projects I'm probably really proud of because of the amount of work I know we put into that, you know? Yeah, man.
You want to share with us that process of coming up with everything for Bongs? I see Amani's on the live. Amani's there. Amani, share the live. A lot of folks are coming. We're gonna get to the comment section in a second. I wanna talk a little bit about Bongs. And first of all, where did that come from? Where did the idea of Bongs come from?
The beat, honestly. But the way that happened is one of these days I was at work and Bilo sent the beat for me and he told me, boy, we can drop a thing like later in the week and you to do something that concern about fashion. You have this artist, that artist, whatever artist. You know, you had some big artists on it. I was like, what? I need to work on that class. So while I in work, I running the beat and everything. The first song I actually wrote was Grotesque. I have
Yes.
two songs I wrote.
Yeah.
The first song I wrote was Grotesque, but then I was like, because I have songs like similar to, that type of, and I checking like, as though this song's not doing what I want them to do. So let me go a different route. Let me go for the girls instead. And it's like, let's get the beat. Because it what kind of, it had a challenge people are doing. And you see like these guys like beating each or something. I check,
Yes.
what?
Yes.
You check. But that beat have a bongs in it and thing. What that bongs, bongs. And so everything just started. Write up the song, do both for them, send them for Dilo checking the bad, but the bongs, like the bongs smart, you know. Yeah.
Because you did push the first one initially, and
I
then
put both of them at the same time, but
but,
bongs did better.
yes, yes, yes. People really gravitated towards Bongs even before you had a video.
Yeah. So
Were
I had a challenge I'm going on. People into that because boom, boom all over the place there. So that
somebody won the challenge, and she got to actually be in the video
yes,
of
yes.
of Bongs. Tell us about the idea between even putting together the video. First of all, you had a Cheyenne came on in your she was a guest
Oh
um
yeah,
Cheyenne video.
that song was sitting on there for probably that song was probably sitting on there for 8 months because I was waiting for Dilo. Dilo on his own projects kind of slow, like he'll take a lot of time. So that song was just there. I tried to get the first artist on it, female artist on it, because I was thinking, because of my lyrics, I was checking, maybe the female fan base will accept it more if a female artist on it endorsing, the type of things I sing about. So I tried first artist, it didn't work out, and then um, the youth, the youth is my engineer. The youth introduced me to Cheyenne, asked me to work with her thing. So I said, what? Let me put her on the song. And Dilo was going to release a project like the next week, so I try and get her on the song fast. And it turned out good. We shoot the video. But
That was that video. I saw Amani. I see all kind of cameo. Kenny G, like all kind of cameos drop
I
in that.
tell you, I do a lot happen in that video. I talk to a lot of people about that video, including Amani. Amani come through. I think yeah, probably just touch on the same there somewhere else. I'm not even sure where he come through by the time we can shoot the video and things, so he come through with his camera and whatnot, and he bring his suits and all of that. You can see Amani Abani in the video when you watch the video, is right?
I know.
He got to the creative direction, man. I must say that he was there and he was saying, do this like this, do this like that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Chris was there as well, Dreamer Films. I had Chris, Dilo, and Amani shooting that video. You check, to me, that is the free top man in the place when it comes to videography. So I was good, like, okay. That covered. And then I had the girls come through. I tell these guys, boy, I want like 20 girls. I try and get 20 girls, but I know I wouldn't get all that. But I get like 7 of them, I think it was 7 or 8. And yeah, man, the girls were cooperative and all of that. And the vibe was just lit. When I was coming up to shoot the video, did I end up meeting Kenny G and them, and it's just so randomly Kenny G and me. They put it in the video. It's not like flat. And yeah, it was a soul vibe, man. I'd really enjoy that shoot. No,
Oh,
like,
um, I want to go to the. I promise I will be going to the comment section because we wanna hear what folks are saying. A lot of folks have been commenting while we've been speaking. Just want to scroll up a little bit to somebody asking what's the guest government name, but why the guest government name? The guest
why that
government,
important? Maybe
huh?
James Bond, man. That important. I detected that them.
James Brown. I don't even understand why that is important. Why his government? No, somebody's asking. He wrote "Bomb in the City?" Question mark. No, he said he performed at "Bomb in the City." All right. So that is from Pretty Crest. Somebody is saying, "Oh, somebody answered them already." Yes. Okay, your dogs and them there. Your dogs and them. Jamal is saying, "Big up Supalyne."
Yeah,
Um,
you don't know. Respect.
Kester, Kester to say, "Big up yourself, straight large up line." Joe Van Dorset is saying, "You are very strong, brother. You know,
Mm.
bigging you up." Camo Dacia, Vietnam Jap will never give up on you, bro. Up is up, straight to the top. Um, that's somebody that's shouting you out. Kutsila, where
Yes.
you from? Kutsila, you missed the start, man. You gonna have to rewind. Go back on YouTube and rewind and take it from the top. We started talking about where he's from the top of the interview. Sorry that you jumped in kind of late, but you can still find out about him and look at the repeat. Um, Respect Superline. He and Sticky is my two favorite artists in
Yes,
Dominica. That's
yes,
Sean.
bro.
Yes. Um, Loic is on the live. Loic says that is the tell him Jael. I don't know what I was saying when I say I must say I must say something. Donton Simon is saying very talented. Chris is on the live. We got hey, Chris come on the live way. He's have to
Yeah,
come
of
on live
course.
now.
You got my man.
Hey Chris.
Uh,
Chris has graced us with his presence.
Chris, yeah, his name, man. Chris, maybe yeah, his name.
I know Chris is a large blessed. I long time I suspect you.
Yeah, he has been ringing dog.
Esther is saying, big up, trust them to put out your name. Big up, Shane. You know my time. I want to sleep and I stay up for this interview. So
What's this?
Esther is bigging you up. That's your sister.
No, but it's like that. Like I tell you, in the community, we close. It's like that, you know.
Yeah, Chris laughing. Chris is laughing. Chris laughing when I say Chris come and grace us with his presence. All right, so we're talking about when we last left off, we were talking about, bongs and the inspo and we want to talk about, your next release in a little bit. Um, but I want to kind of get a sense of, you know, navigating the global scene, the global music scene. You seem like you want to stay um, really connected to who you are, your roots. How do you navigate that in order for you to stand out and stay really true to your roots and who you are?
Like I said earlier, I doesn't really watch myself as an artist. You know, I guess I kind of wear like that. I'm not really a person. It's like I simple. You know, money and that kind of thing doesn't with my with my whatever it is. It's like I not my mind not. It's like I know I need those things, but my mind not focused fully on that. I'm an artist always. I'm myself always. And I just try and keep it genuine. I try and always have a different song. I don't know two songs to song the same, so I always trying to innovate in that sense. But I feel like I don't really concern with trying to please anybody or look a certain way in anybody's eyes. So that is the way I keep my originality.
Yeah, respect. I'm playing it in the back. I love that song.
Stay firm, keep your head up. One day things must change for the better. Can't fret, can't stress, med school any weather. Once God got me no need no other. It don't matter. If life stay like battlefield, pain and misery, strong so let me be. And I know God is real, so I will be alright. Right. Alright.
And there's a whole video for it. Go on his YouTube page, follow him, and check out. There's an entire video. It's a beautiful video, that y'all did, y'all put together for it. And somebody was saying like it feels like a departure from a high energy vibe of bongs into like a different zone. Like
The thing
what?
is, I trying to keep a trend. Every start of the year, I drop in something motivation, fresh. I see that from negativity, and I push in some positive. Every start, if you go January 1st last year, you see I drop a song that same there as well. Same
Mhm,
positivity and all of that. That one was journey.
mhm.
So it's like reflection and um, affirmation. That kind of stuff.
Mm. Somebody saying your voice flowing like smooth like silk. It is smooth like silk. Listen, 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 listen.
Head up. One day things must change for the better. Can't fret, can't stress, med school any weather. Once God got me no need no other. It don't matter. If life stay like battlefield, pain and misery, strong so let me be. And I know God is real, so I will be alright. Right.
I'm interested to find out about your thought process, because obviously it's really personal for you. What was the process of writing and recording for you? Was it emotional? Like, or do you get emotional when you write like something like "I Will Be Alright"? Because "I'll Be Alright" seems like it's a song of like struggle, like you're going through a hard time, but there's always something else, on the other end. Like there's always, like joy cometh in the morning, kind of a thing. Tell us, do you get emotional when you write?
Yeah, I would say I do. I have to tap into that emotion to actually say the correct thing, not even the right thing, but the correct thing, properly convey the way I feel. So yeah, man, I just get emotional when I write.
How does
Sometimes you're
Mhm.
just going through a low point, and for me, I feel like it's like I've been on a steady low point, steady
Really?
low. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, steady low point. It's like when something happening just like every other day. It's like it always have something. And I feel like a lot of people probably going through that, Joe. A lot of people struggling on the daily, especially if you're coming from poverty. You're really struggling on the daily just for the basic things. And even if you see people smiling and they're looking like they're okay, you don't know what happened in that world, you don't know what it is like for them. And it's just that.
Mm. What
But the
part?
thing with me is I don't dwell on those things. So sometimes when I come and sit down to write a song, it's the only time I actually sit down and process song. And I get to run subconsciously, but to actually think about it is when I sit down writing a song. For me, it's like, as a man, it's like, we like to just brush everything aside and, because we try and focus priorities, whatever. But it's when you go and sleep or whatever, those things just come back. The late night kind of vibes.
What part of yourself do you see in this song?
The strong part of me, the triumphant part of me, the part that doesn't give up, the part that ready for anything, the part that is a man.
What would you say? What would you say would probably be some of your biggest goals, like some of the things that you really want to achieve? Because, and I feel like I talk to you a lot, so I feel like I know so much. So sometimes I like to take myself, or which is why I probably stayed not talking to you for the last 2 weeks, because I try to forget what I know about the person when I'm interviewing them, because it can essentially determine what I ask, Um, but I'm interested to know, like, where you see yourself going with this. Like, what are some of your dreams, some of your aspirations in terms of music? Like, where do you see yourself in the next year? We can't even talk about 5 years. We just talking about the next year, because
In the
things
next
change quick.
year,
Yeah.
at least mainstream, regular on the playlist, that kind of you have to be international but mainstream, in different islands,
Mhm.
popular.
You want
Like,
people to know you like a Prince Swan.
yes, like that, all that good. That is good.
Yeah.
And to me, Prince one even international already, so yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'll be breaking out in the next year.
If you had collaborations, if you were offered collaborate, say pick an artist you want to collaborate with, who would you want to?
Wow.
You never
I'm a
know
good.
on the live, eh? They might be on the
Yeah.
live. You never know. Live,
The thing about it is, I have a lot of artists I rate, so it had to just say who is the one artist I want to collaborate
this
with.
year they tell you you have a choice of one artist
One artist.
that you want to drop a bomb with.
Any
Who
specific genre?
dance all you like, right? It's
That
dancehall.
so it have to be in dance. So I'll do a song with Chronic Law, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. I'll do a song with Chronic Law.
Mm.
I already have a song with Valiant, so I'll do a song with Chronic Law.
Yes. When does that come out? Like, what are you doing? You holding up on us?
It's not me. It's really not me. It's not me. If it was up to me, serious. If it was up to
I
me,
know it's out already.
ready, all that. I do waste time with that. But it's other
I love
things.
that for you. I really love that for you. What was it like working with Valiant?
Yeah, he cool, man. Down to I remember me and him was exchanging ideas in the studio and thing while no recording and all of that. It was a good experience, man. And he's one of my favorite artists.
Mhm.
That man from imagine when I tell him the song I know him from he was embarrassed. He was like, boy, it's a long time thing, And he laughed kind of way. Yeah, so I've been following him long, man, So it was a good experience, trust me. Trust me. That was a good feeling.
What are your upcoming projects looking like? What do they look like?
Well, I'm trying to work on a project right now for Valentine's Day. That is Wicked Type. You know, I released that one during December just so people can get acquainted with the audio. But to me, a song not properly released if I don't drop a video. To me, the release I drop a video. Yeah, so I want to drop a video for that one. I want to do a video for Rich Meds as well. Rich Meds
Uh-huh.
was popular in December.
Yes.
Dropped in December, so I did a video for that as well. But I have other things working on, new producers I getting hooked up with, from Jamaica. And we'll see what happens. I connect with Contribe the other day. He's the producer for the beat bang will be alright. So we'll see
Mhm.
what happens there. And yeah, we're optimistic, man. One thing about me, I keep working, so I feel like the opportunities will present themselves once I just keep doing that.
Yeah, and today I had a conversation with somebody, and like somebody that's very close to me, and we were just talking about, my plans, where I feel like I need to go, and he was just like, yo, like, you gotta just keep doing what you're doing. You cannot stop. The second you stop, that is when you lose the momentum, and that is when, because sometimes in the silliest things that you do, and you might like almost like disregard that moment, that moment that gets picked up
Yeah, I feel
by,
that.
somebody, like, you might think your most popular song is what's going to make you, mainstream, but it might just be like a short, a little hook you probably release, a little something you do, and somebody like, damn, who's that? Because it really only takes 15 seconds for somebody to be impressed. 15 seconds. A song is usually 2 to 3 minutes long, right?
Yeah,
So,
attention short.
right? So if in 15 seconds you can impress somebody, you only need something for 15 seconds long. You don't need to be making no long story. You check.
We'll see what
So
happens in this year, man. You know? We'll see what happens. So
yeah.
far, what I learn and what not, I try and apply it to everything I'm doing. So
Mhm.
I feel something coming this year, man. I'm confident about that.
I hope for that for you. You know. How do you hope, Supalyne, that to inspire others, not just through your music, but also through your personal story?
Well, yeah. Overall, if you check my music, it kind of motivational more than anything else, you know, because that is the way I feel most of the time.
Hmm.
Always feel can do anything, you know. So I
Hmm.
just hope that part, you know, that time because I can inspire people to do anything. I hope I inspire people to be motivated and to do what they love doing, you know, not be afraid to take risks, you know, that kind of vibes. To live life yourself, stop being scared and just do it, man.
Yes, stop being scared and just do it.
Yeah.
Your logo. I want to talk about that a little bit. When you get that, when I come out, what was the inspiration behind the skull with the roses?
Is the both sides of life, you know, life and death, good and bad, beauty and ugliness, you know. One guy exists for the other, so it's basically that.
Simple like that, me. No high sin now.
No, I see in simple thing,
Eh,
and the
eh.
logo is actually more than that, you know. It have a diamond, you know, crest around it and six Pavis Magna written on it. That is just like an icon I have for myself. The actual logo is more than that. You know, the
Wow.
diamond is strength, and the motto Sic Parvis Magna means greatness from small beginnings, which is what we aiming for, you know. So, yeah, man.
Wow. I was trying to find your my other song that I like, but I feel it on my phone. I don't bring it on my computer. It's on my phone.
I will be alright.
We're here with Supalyne. We're about to do our rapid fire questions, where we don't give them any chance to think. They just have to answer the question. Um, Big up Alisha. I see you. I see you guys. A lot of folks on the live. Supalyne is in the house.
Pain and misery.
We want to big up the sponsors one time, the National Cooperative Credit Union. Big up yourself. Want to say thank you very much to Asta fans as well as Caribe. And we are here with Supalyne, who is a dancer artist out of 767 Dominica. Supalyne, you ready for the rapid fire? You ready?
Anything.
Hit you with anything? Do not think about it. Okay? Too much thought. The first thing that comes to mind. All right?
Yep.
When you think of food, what's your favorite meal from Dominica?
Chicken fried rice. Like Chinese.
Chicken fried rice, eh? I thought in Dominica you want chicken fried rice.
You tell me first thing, you know, fruitcake.
Uh, what is it?
Fruitcake.
You like fruitcake? Ah,
Yep.
nice, nice. Uh, if you had to pick out of these three, which one which one's your vibe today? We're thinking about your vibe, eh? Right now, your present vibe. Dancehall, bouillon, hip hop.
Done so.
Mm. What's your guilty pleasure song?
What is her name, boy? What is her name? What is her name? Boy, it's Prada. Prada. Castle Ray Prada, something like that.
Sing it for us.
I cannot sing that. The notes too high. That's why I like it so much. You know, she has some high notes doing in that song.
If you weren't an artist, what would you be doing?
Electrician.
And that's what you do full time, right?
I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things. I'm just electrician. I haven't even done a lot of electricity. I do a lot of things.
What you like about being an electrician?
I just like the fact it's like I'm in control. I know what I do. Me that laying out everything. You know, it's like me that create that. You know, after I finish a project, you just be like, yeah, me that do all that.
You gave them light. Let there be light.
Yeah, man. It's like,
Uh, Your favorite place to chill and write music?
Home.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you could perform anywhere in the world and you had to pick one place, where would it be?
A particular place or event.
A place or event, whichever one, whichever.
The Rolling Loud.
Mm. What would you say is the best advice you've ever received?
Down there is down I can't sound the rapid, no.
You have to
Yeah. Yeah, let's come back to that one.
we'll come back to it.
Add the
Your
because
favorite lyric you've ever written?
favorite lyric. I don't think I can say it now.
Say it.
It's a bad lyric. It's a bad lyric.
Say it.
It's a bad lyric. Life is not much about that. Like some no care for the future.
Bye bye.
It's like you can't control it, you know. It's not that.
I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about I don't know nothing about that. Life is a movie for me. You and your and you, you and your analogies. Sneakers or slides?
You just have to take it or you get it. What is that?
Sneakers or slides?
Slides.
One word to describe your music.
Great.
Who would you say is the most underrated Caribbean artist right now?
From there to Caribbean artist right now. Alkaline.
Oh. What is one thing people don't know about you? And they're about to know now.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I mean, things people don't know about me. I don't think I want to know about me, okay, I carry my mother's surname, not my father's surname.
Mm. Mm. I didn't even know that. And I know your surname. So there you go. There you go. Supalyne, we spoke a little bit about what you can expect to hear from you. Like you have a few projects coming out. I want you to give you a moment so you can kind of like break down, because I know you always have in your brain when you're releasing what you're releasing, how you're releasing, especially things that are personal coming just from you, where there are no collaborations that holding up, any process. What can we expect from you in the next couple of months? You mentioned Valentine's. You have something.
Wicked tight for Valentine's Day. I want to get a video for Rich Meds after Carnival. Past that, I don't really have anything planned besides I need to make some music for the summer. So I need to release about May. So like I know what I have to do. Some of it I don't have it yet, but to make it easy like one to so once I get the beats, the songs. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Supalyne, I want to go back to the chat just a little bit, and then we wrap up. I'll give you an opportunity to share your final thoughts, your final words, to people who are out there. I'll give you an opportunity to do that. But before we do that, let's just pull up to the chat and see what folks are saying. So we have Tunes Life says up is up, every one day everything gonna materialize. That's what we have there. Alicia is saying nice vibes, and showing appreciation. Hey Chris, comment again. Big things gonna come your way, bro.
So when you have them kind of people on your team, you can't stop you. To always keep it. When the man said everything is like I feeling indebted now, like I have to do it because they expect me to do it.
Yeah. Babe girl Philip says, I will be all right. You know, people love this song. This song, I love the song. When I heard it, for the first time, I was like, wait a minute, like it just sounded so different from what, at least from Bounce. Not from what, because I've heard similar things from you like that. But just coming from Bounce and going into I'll Be Alright, it's just a different mood, a different vibe, a different setting, and everything, And I really wanna big you up in a huge way. I rate you really high. It doesn't happen much. Um, because especially in the genre that you're exploring, because you could easily say, "Oh, it's bouillon, Dominica bouillon, it's bouillon we doing in Dominica, I gotta do bouillon," you know.
And people keep telling me, come and do Buddha music, come back in Buddha music. Yeah. But I don't want to confuse my fans.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to confuse my fans. I feel like in dancehall I'm supposed to be, and that is where I stay. We're not switching for hype and thing. I like the space the Buddha in right now. I like everything it's doing, and what I want to see right now is Buddha artists getting signed to a major label like Sony or Universal or one of them. And to me, I feel like, yeah, but
Yeah.
I on my own path. I feel like I made my contribution to Buddha already.
Yeah.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
making contributions because I still writing music for people. So,
I leave it. The floor is yours.
what I can say, all I can say is subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we have a lot of big things coming. Yeah, I doesn't talk plenty, so when you say my wife and say something, trust me, it's because I believe. It's because I know I gotta make it happen. Yeah, so when I tell her I'm going to do it, I'm going to be the biggest dancehall artist from Jamaica, first international artist. That is the plan. They follow this up. To me, that is the only thing I want, Jael. To me, like everything else in life, to me is like something you can just attain. If you just work hard enough, you can get that. To me, what I try and do, probably a little bit more tougher than that.
Hmm.
It's not it's not something you can just go for it and study and. I feel like it's something you really have to apply yourself. And I feel like doing that from a place I from would be a big thing. So that is the plan. I have a team behind me. Big up Danger Dane, big up NSC as well. They've been supporting the ride. I appreciate that. Big up Beat, Bilo, Chris, all my boys and them Margot, um, Pongole, Grande, big up on yourself. Escape, let's big up everybody because trust me, I have people all over the place. Yeah. So let's big up everybody that's supporting the thing, man. Big up all the fans and I really appreciate every subscriber, every listen. Right now we're at 17,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
17,000. 17,000 people want to listen to my music. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Bongs did really well. Bongs. How many views is it now?
I think it like 360K or something like that.
Hmm. And I will be alright. Is in where?
30 something, no? Remember I was telling you it wouldn't do as good as the bounce
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that.
because it's good
That
music.
because of the vibe and whatnot. But I still find it crept up quickly though.
Yeah,
It
it did
was
that.
Bongs was a slower incline, and then it just phew, and then I just find it just went like it went from like 1 to like 26, like really quickly, and then it just kind
Yeah.
of just slowed down from 26. So
The
yeah.
thing went for a good while before the video actually dropped and thing. I don't know if that. I honestly don't know how it works in Nigeria. Yeah, because things I just expect to make a lot of views doesn't make plenty views, and the things I do expect to make a lot of views, they make a lot of views. It have songs I drop just as fillers, like I do drop music in a while, so let me just drop that, and it make a lot of views. I wasn't even expecting that. You know?
Yeah, I really am. You are one of the artists that I am definitely rooting for. I definitely want to see you win, and I know a lot of folks on the live also want to see you win. And they're really shouting you out. People are coming on and they're saying that they love your vibes and they love your music. And I really want to wish you all the best. I want to encourage folks on the live, those of you who are viewing now live, and those of you who will come back and be looking at it on a rerun, those of you on YouTube, those of you on LinkedIn, to follow his music, subscribe to his channel, because that he has good content. right? Like he has really good content, and I think you will. You it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna do nothing to you. If you show love. Um, that's it. That's it for us tonight. Superline, it was wonderful having you on. I
Yeah.
really, really wish you all the best this year. I know this is a tough genre to jump into when you're not from the country that actually, that fuels it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you're definitely do making an impact, on your own. You're holding your side. You're holding your side. That is what it is, right? And I want to know that the teeth fix. Oh,
uh,
the thief was giving you a kind of rough kind of a vibes. The thief was giving you a rugged kind of a
no,
Vietnam kind of.
Jael, I fix the teeth and a girl tell me why I fix the teeth, you know. Why I do that?
Because you have to be like a Vietnam. You have to make a
Yeah,
Vietnam with the teeth. No, no,
yeah, just
you're looking
like
like
it.
a handsome boy now. You're like,
I like it,
oh, let
you
go.
know. Yeah. But I go and crash the bike again, man.
No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Superlight, it was a pleasure having you on the show here this evening, and we wish you all the best. I know a lot of folks are definitely cheering you on and wishing you all the best, especially for 2025. Looking forward to what you have in store, the music that you're going to be releasing. Don't forget, guys, to check out when he releases for Valentine's, which is like a month away, not even like a couple weeks away, and look out for all of the different collaborations from Superline in 2025. You have anything last you want to say before we get out of here?
Yo, just big up everybody, you know, and thanks for having me on the show and thing. I really appreciate it, man.
Of course, of course. Anytime. Anytime. It was a pleasure. All right. Let's listen to I'll Be Alright. It'll give us a little bit of
Pain and misery, strong soul let me be. And I know God is real. So I will be alright. Right, right, right. I will be alright. I will be alright. Right, right. I will be alright. Right, right. I will be
where we wrap it up for the night, for the week. Superline, one of Dominica's very own, doing his thing. So proud of this guy and the way he moves and the way he's so hungry for this. I want to encourage you guys to go follow his music, Superline. That's Supalyne. Go follow him on YouTube, subscribe, um, and support the vibe. I want to say thank you very much to all those of you who tuned in. Thank you very much to my sponsors. Without you, this would not be possible. Big up to the National Cooperative Credit Union. Big up to Caribe. Also, want to say big up to Astafines. Thank you very much for your support. Also, want to let you guys know if you'd like to show support, you can do so. You can reach out by on any of these. So there's Patreon, there's Mo Banking, and there's also PayPal. You can support the vibe this way. Make sure you follow, turn on your notifications. Next week we got shows next week. We're gonna be doing a repeat or rebroadcast of our stroke awareness. So tune in for that next week, Tuesday. If you missed it, you can get a nice recap. I might just pop in and actually review my own video. You never know. You never know what happens. And we got Annette Sanford, the Kalinago chief, is going to be joining us. We also have Jael is going to be joining us. We got shows coming up, and I want to say thank you very much for all of your support, all of your love, and for always coming on and sharing the live. If you come on here and you don't hit the share button, that's not you're not supporting. You just come in and run your mouth. When you hit the share button, that's when you really show you supporting, right? So hit the share button and share with someone. Let somebody else know about the show. Let somebody else get to know a little bit about Superline. You never know by you sharing who sees the video, and I mean, we have a lot of people in our network that we don't even realize are in our network, right? I want to big up Supalyne one time for coming through and sharing a bit of his story with us. He has so much more, right? We have to keep that. We have to keep that. We have to hold on to that fun exclusive interview and he make that big collab, right? Where he end up mainstream. We have to save some. We can't give you everything, right? I want to say thank you very much to every single one of you who came on the live, and I'm saying good night. Good night. It, good night. Have a good night, all. And thanks again for tuning in. All right. Bye bye.
If life stay like battlefield, pain and misery, strong soul let me be. And I know God is real, so I will be alright. Right, I will be alright. I will be alright. Right, I will be alright.